speak about leaders. It makes Fidel Castro wants to laugh. When they talk about leaders, imagine I am a leader when all of the Americans have been assassinated and dying like flies. Over 50 years I am here, and I will be. Yes, we have the history to show that when we speak about leaders here in Cuba, we are leading humanity. If you look around our world, you will find Cuban doctors where they say that one cannot be healed. We have miracles. Look around the Caribbean and you will see all the professionals. Who else have sent out so many professionals? Not the Americans. They don't send, they take. We give. No, that's leadership. Under my leadership, they tried to kill Cuba, but we are still standing here. We are standing tall. They tried to take our tobacco, we still have that. They tried to take our name, we still have that. They talk about leadership, but their leadership is a sinking ship. But our ship is on the high seas of the Caribbean and sailing strong. They try to sink us at the Bay of Pigs, but we send them running up like dogs with their tail between their legs. We, Cuba, we shall stand. Fidel Castro, Rus, I am victorious. And because I am victorious, my people will be triumphant. Now, they talk about leaders. Fidel Castro. When you read in your history books, you will find that my name is not written there. But yet still, I will be felt. I will be known. Just like the book said, the history will absorb me. Viva Cuba! Viva la revolución! Nosotros no seremos de los más. Viva Cuba! Viva Cuba! Viva Cuba!
Brothers, which I love dearly, but it was mutual. One night I had a dream, and I saw my brother's sack of hay bow down to mine. In my haste of innocence, I ran to them to tell them the news, but they did not took it very well. My new nickname was the Dreamer. To add to this trauma, my father gave me a coat of many colors. My brothers then isolate themselves from me because my father loved me more. I love my coat of many colors. I ran and skipped around in it because I felt appreciated. One day my father sent me off on a far journey to look for my brothers, and being the person I was, I took pleasure in pleasing my father, so I rushed along. To cut the story short, my brothers then grabbed me and threw me in a well and sold me for 30 pieces of silver. I was then a slave in a foreign land, Egypt, my new home, Potiphar, my master. The Bible said, whatsoever ye do, do it with all your might. I never planned to be a slave, but I would be the best slave I could be. One day my master went on a far journey and put me in charge of his home. I'm wondering why did he take that woman along with him? I must admit, she's very beautiful, a coat by the figure, if you know what I mean. But I stood to my Bible principle and I didn't lust at her. She whispered to me, Joseph, let me say, never. She said, let me no man, come here. I said, never. How could I do this abomination to my master, my God? Then to series of turning her down. She tried to get physical with me. And she grabbed me, but I run like a spew donkey on my integrity. And when Potiphar come home, could you believe she told Potiphar I raped her? How could she do this to me? I was then sentenced to jail, where I was beaten and mocked and abused. But I lived upright even in jail. Then two prisoners came to me that I may interpret a dream. One was a baker and one was a wine bearer for the king. I said, baker, you shall die. Wine bearer, you shall live. But when you live, remember me. He said, okay, my brother, I shall remember you. Then to cut a long story short, the king had a dream and it puzzled him. And the wine bearer said, king, I know a friend. His name is Joseph and he's upright and he have a God he's feared and love. And I know he can interpret your dream because he interprets my dream. And the fellow says, the best was you and him right back to jail for the rest of your life, son. Wine bearer said, please don't let me down. I said, don't worry, my brother, because God is on my side. And I interpreted the king, interpreted the king. Jesus. And I was appointed prime minister over all the land of Egypt and over all the food in Egypt. Glory be to God. I am a leader.
No, I like the colors. The colors, man. Because you have old fashion. That's Joseph. Joseph, young and style.
Hold on, what are you talking about?
Leaders.
When you're talking about leaders, obviously that was Moses.
No.
He was the most meek and lowly person. That's why God had to exalt him. Moses was old.
On a serious note, I can relate to it. You can relate to it.
Now listen, Moses led the entire camp of Israel. What more than that do you want?
Joseph, young and I can relate to Joseph when you stood up there for what happened.
I said that Moses is the best. I said Moses is the best. We stand for. Moses' face was glowing. What more than that you want? Talk about signals. I said Moses. Moses.
Okay,
Moses
let's agree that it's Cuba. That is Castro. Joseph Castro.
Joseph song, kind of like Moses.
Joseph kind of song because Jesus like
Moses.
Obama.
Moses.
Joseph. I don't know about that. I think it's Obama. Always Obama. It's all about yes, we can. Yes, I can. We can all vote Obama.
Let's try and strike them all one by one. It wasn't about.
No, it wasn't about. No. Alright.
It wasn't Castro.
No, I am still on Castro. Medicine, education, Viva Cuba. Yeah, bro.
All miracles and signs, this is Joseph. To Moses.
You don't mention Joseph, I know.
Moses. How many miracles and signs?
What's that?
What is that?
What's that? What's serious?
Which one iPhone going off?
No, it gotta be
Who's
Joseph.
that?
I mean, it gotta be Joseph. Or Obama.
Who?
Joseph.
Where they coming from? Moses?
Is it a Joseph?
Where?
I know it.
I stopped playing, no?
I don't see anybody. It's your
And nobody just stop playing the man and come out. That's so really low.
In the wedding at Cana, I miraculously transformed water into wine. I spread a table with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and miraculously multiplied and fed many. I gave joy back to Jairus' home. What more do you want me to do? What more do you want me to do? Multitudes followed me. They cried, Hosanna, Hosanna. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Shortly after, I drank the bitter cup of sin. I was the offerer. I gave up myself as the offering, and I turned around and accepted that which was offered up. Greater love has no man than this, when a man lay down his life for his friends. Come unto me. If you are worried, come. If you have lost hope, come. If you are confused, come. If you are standing in place for your blessing, come. Come unto me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest.